Okay, we are making a fretboard here, and we're going to warp the top two strings over here. Okay, so we'll take them out and we'll put them back in one fret to the right. You know, because of the tuning warp, um, the root goes to 3 here. Hey, we've got the magic fret right here, 625 root 3 6. Okay, that's the magic fret, which is the relative sixth of the key of C. So we have the root to the third interval there, and that's just like the tuning. So 6 to 2 is a fourth, 2 to fifth, 5 is a fourth, 5 to root is a fourth, but root to 3 is a third, and then 3 to 6 is a fourth again. All right, so now we have our fretboard here. We've warped it over. What are we looking at? Now we're not looking at the 7. We're not looking at Lone Wolf, the Lone Wolf 7 there, because we can't play it, but it's there. And I can tell you right now, is that going to be the key of G? Yes, it is, because E is the sixth. E is the sixth of the key of G. So if this was your E, we've made ourselves a key of G fretboard. So the numbers correspond to the key of G, and yes, that is the seventh of which is the half step below the root, the G string. Okay, so the E is the sixth. Here's our G. Now let's just look at those shapes for a second. You say shapes, what are you talking about? Whatever are you talking about? These shapes, these letters here are conveniently placed where the accidentals are, but they also are accurately placed. So remember, this is our fretboard. The other part of the fretboard goes away. Whoops. The other part, I love that when I do my little diagonal there. The other part of the fretboard goes away. So we don't have to worry about this. And we don't have to worry about this. That is and of course we don't have to worry about what we can't play here. Okay? So, and let's see if we can just get rid of that there. So it's not always working against you, right? The drawing tool. So now we're looking at the key of G. Okay, so we got ourselves a G here. I don't know, I don't see a G around here. Let's look at, maybe I can grab a little G here, and we'll just put that right here. G. Okay, so let's look at these labels. Remember we said in our little string set that the G over here, you can almost see it, G would be 6/7 root. So G is 6/7 root there. The D shape is 2/3/4. Okay, over here, I don't want to drag this over because we'll lose the drawing tool. Okay, our A shape's 5/6. The E shape is root. Actually, the E shape is 7 root 2, but we don't have our 7. So you see the problem with the string shapes around the fret nut. C once again is 3/4/5. We have that 6/7 root. So the only thing you don't have in the key of G is the fret nut there. All right, so that pretty much shows us the versatility of this big gigantic diagram. It's not so big and mean when you learn how to use it. Now let's also look at one thing before we go back to the big diagram. How do these things stack up? This arrow is going up, and it says it's going up in fifths. So the E shape goes to the C shape, goes to the G shape. You see that? And going down, the E shape would go to the A shape, goes to the D shape, and it goes down in fourths. The fourth of E is A, the fourth of A is D, the fourth of D is G. Going up, we go in fifths. The fifth of G is D. The fifth of D is A. The fifth of A is E. But we get the augmented fifth. E goes back to C. So remember, C always goes to E if we're going in fourth. E always goes to C if we're going in fifth. You can see that in the string circle. Okay. Well, let's set